It's June the 14th, and this is your Pacific Palisades real estate market update. I'm James Respondek with Rodeo Realty, and I've sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians. Here is this week's important market activity. There are presently 82 active listings. That's up 4 from last week. Just listed above the village, 14800 McKendree Avenue for $11 million. It's a 2016 traditional, 7,400 square feet on a 7,700 square foot lot. You know, this house feels truly, and this is kind of overplayed a lot, but truly feels like the quintessential Palisades traditional home. I love the location, I love the views, and it's also got a daylight basement area, so that's really nice when you've got the 3-story houses. For context, this sold in 19 for $6,925,000. Just listed in Upper Marquez Knolls, 1159 Lockman Lane for $6.5 million. It's a 60s modern that's been redone. It's about 3,200 square feet on a 14,000 square foot lot. It's got views, and like I said, the lot's pretty good. It's nice, it's big, and this house sets back. Now the redo feels like it was done very much, you know, custom, so we'll see how that plays to the marketplace. And for context, this sold in 22 for $4.6 million. Just listed in Castellamare, 17438 Revello Drive for $6.5 million. I was amazed with the views from this property, because you look straight out to Santa Monica Bay. You've got the whole coastline around to Palos Verdes, out to Catalina. I mean, these views are stunning. But the house is only 2,500 square feet and it's $6.5 million. So that's coming in at about $2,600 a foot. The lot's 12,000 feet, but it's not all flat. It does have a pool, which is nice, but not on the view side. So it does feel a little rich there, but we'll see how that plays out. Just listed in the Highlands at 16742 Via Pacifica for $5.5 million. Now this is specifically in the Enclave section, so it's behind the gates up there. It's a 1995 contemporary Mediterranean, 6,200 square feet on a 13,000 square foot lot. I love this has a master with a his and hers, dare I say, his and her bathrooms. This is coming in at $890 a foot, so it's a really good price per square foot value. It's on a cul-de-sac, it's got nice ocean and mountain views. I like the value. Just listed in Castellamare, 227 Tranquillo for $3.4 million. A mid-century ranch style, 1,700 square feet on a 6,800 square foot lot. Good ocean and mountain views, and more along a lot value. I like this lot size and I love the views. Just listed in the Highlands, 1580 Chastain Parkway for $3.3 million. A 1995 contemporary Mediterranean again. And again, I'm loving that the master has his and her baths for $3.3. That's amazing. You get views. You know, there's some really cool finishes, stonework and stuff that gives this a kind of a real genuine European feel. I like this value as well. Just listed in the Bel Air Bay Club area, 360 Aderno Way for $3 million. It's a 1-story Spanish, which has been really cherried out. 1,800 square feet on a 6,400 square foot lot. I love the updates, and the landscaping is really sharply done, I thought. And the tile on the front facade, as I walked in this house, reminds me of Portugal. You know how there's so much amazing tile work in Portugal. Just listed in the Alphabet Streets, 744 Iliff Street for $2.6 million. You know, it's a little 1939 traditional cottage, only about 1,200 square feet, and the lot's 5,000 square feet. Very much an entry level, or perhaps it's a tear down, you build a new house. Just listed in the Highlands, 1460 Paseo de Oro for $2.6 million. It's a 1997 contemporary Mediterranean. Now this is the first house, just as you come through the gates there. This is a little gated street up there. And you're almost right opposite the Summit Club, which is really nice if you want to use those facilities. And those facilities are a great bonus when living in the Highlands. This is coming in at $880 a square foot. You do get some views here as well. Just listed in El Medio Bluffs, 821 Las Lomas Avenue for $2,350,000. Wow. A 1959 bungalow style. It's only about 1,200 square feet, but this is one of my favorite styles. It's redone in kind of like island chic, you know, and it's very light and bright, totally move in. It's got some palm trees. I can almost hear the steel drums playing. Just sold off market on Bienvenida, 955 Bienvenida, sold for $6,625,000, a 2018 traditional, 4,800 square feet on a 16K lot. I don't think all of that was flat, but did have a nice pool in the back. And we're not far, we're a few houses down from St. Matthews, so if your kids are going to St. Matthews, they can almost walk to school. Bring back the old days. Just sold in the Alphabet Streets, 1142 Charmakers Avenue for $6.4 million. This started 6 months ago for 7.2. So it took a minute, but it did finally sell. This is new construction, modern farmhouse, 4,300 square feet on a 6,200 square foot lot. What I loved about this is the lot was really wide and the backyard is very private feeling because it's got nice big tall hedges in the back. And I did like the fit and finish of this house. It was done really nicely. Just sold in the Alphabet Streets, off market, 1017 Iliff Street for $4,975,000, a 2013 farmhouse style. It comprised of 4,163 square feet on a good 6,500 square foot lot. Now for context, this sold in 17 for $4,225. Interesting. Just sold in Rustic Canyon, 14626 Hilltree Road for $4,150,000. This is a mid-century, about 2,500 square feet on a nice 10K lot. It's kind of a somewhat uniquely laid out floor plan, and the garage is converted to a studio. And for context, this started for $4.8 million about 8 months ago. Just sold in the Riviera off market, 1330 San Remo Drive for $3.5 million. Sounds inexpensive, but this was a very uniquely laid out house. I mean, the floor plan was strange. And it does have exposure to sunset, but still, you know, look at this. They started this in 22 for almost $6 million. So price counts when you're putting it on the market. Just sold in the Highlands off market, 1329 Avenida de Cortez for $2.3 million, a 1975 contemporary style with 2,000 square feet on a 6,300 square foot lot. Just sold in the Marquez Knolls, 819 J. Conway for $2,825. This was $25K over the ask. This was a very basic kind of Lockman style post and beam with nice, you know, high beam ceilings and stuff on very original condition. 2,600 square feet on a 7,700 square foot lot. Not quite all of that was flat. And last but not least, just sold in Sunset Mesa, you know, Palibu or Palisades as I like to call it, 3735 Seahorn Drive for $2,650,000. It was kind of an eclectic feeling remodel, I thought. And the backyard was adorned with a couple of water features in there, a jacuzzi and a kind of a small pool, you know, a lapping pool. So it was a little bit awkward in the back there. However, 2,650, not bad. I hope this information has been helpful to you, and if you're looking to find your perfect home, I see more property than just about anybody in the Palisades, I think anyway. Or if you're thinking of selling, it's a great time to still capture this selling season. And I hope to hear from you soon. I'd love to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.